Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. In today's video, we're joined by a special guest. It's Lil Gaming. How are you doing, Lil?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, man. Apart from some technical issues that we've been having, which is why everyone gets to see the lovely background that is my office. So apologies.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I'm good, man.
All
How are
right. Well,
you?
you are on because you are, as I've discovered from watching your videos, an expert on RSL Helper, like the Rachel Legends Helper from Farbstoff, which I've only just started using. But it's a pretty intimidating piece of software when you're new. I did do a video on using the cell files, which I know that you are probably going to be updating your cell file, and I don't know. Are you planning to do a video on your cell file and your process for that soon as well?
I recorded it
Oh, well,
yesterday.
there we go.
Oh, the day before yesterday.
Okay.
And when I was recording it, I went, no, I'm still not happy with this rules. So I spent several hours yesterday rebuilding the cell file again.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's up to 11,000 lines now. So yeah, it's there. It's done. It's finally done. But I now need to re-record the video for like a third time.
Gotcha. Okay, fair. Well, we can look forward to watching that. But in this one, I want to get like you're basically I was planning to have be more prepared myself, but I'm coming into this as a total noob. Hopefully we'll actually make for a fairly instructional video then of going, okay, I've got RSL Helper, amazing program that can basically help you make the game a lot easier. I feel like with the game just becoming more and more complicated, like just managing gear, I said this is an essential, but RSL Helper can also basically make champion training, or even dungeon farming. Today we're going to focus on champ training only, but make it just significantly more easier, automate a lot of the process, and just take out a lot of the pain that people find
Yeah.
in this stuff. So I'm going to be asking for your advice in terms of how do I set this up? Can I like level my food to a certain thing, etc.? How does it work? So yeah.
Yeah.
Anything we need to know before we dive right in, or are we diving into setting up some campaign
Just
runs here?
yeah, just go straight in, man. So
Okay.
there are two sort of main options. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the first is take everybody. Like there's two tick boxes when you're on there at the top. The first is multi-level XP, so
Okay.
that's like where you would use the multi-battle in game, and you pick which champs you want to take to max level, and it will auto swap them out.
Mm-hmm.
And the other option, well, the other two options all to max or next to max. So if you've just got like some 4 stars that you've thrown in, you don't want it to do anything else other than level those champs, just tick that box, hit play, and it'll run those champs to max level and then stop.
Okay. So for example, right here, I've got some 3 stars at level 10. I want to get them up to level 30. Which one do I click? Next to
You
max?
are you could click any of the bottom two, so all to
Okay.
max or next to max,
And if
and
I
hit
click
play, and it'll just
play,
keep going.
bam.
Yeah,
My hands are off,
that's the
guys. My
that's
hands are
like
off.
the basic, the most basic. Are you doing nightmare here?
So this is brutal 12-3 right now.
Okay,
So
cool, nice.
okay. It's
You can,
auto
you,
sell.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
I should move this.
it
It
will
auto
auto
sold the
sell. Yeah,
gear with my
yeah,
cell file, and then we're back in. So there we go. So it's obviously slower than the multi battles in the game, but this is not using my multi battles. This
no,
is RSL Helper, which is a program. I'll put a link to Farbstoff's Discord in the thing down below. A lot of it is in German, but there's an English section, and you can go down and you can find it. Um, so yeah, here we go. Oh, are we?
but the
Are we
the
working?
the sort of the next bit, the sort of more interesting element is the multi-level XP. So that's where if you tick that option and then you go set food, the sort of button next to it,
Hmm.
that's where you get to look through your roster and you can say, right, I want to level, these champs. And if you click that, we'll see a load more options.
Have I broken something here?
No, no. So just click on multi-level XP just above where you said next.
Oh, that
Yep.
one. Yeah.
And then click on the set food button. There you go.
Okay.
That'll bring up another window for us.
Hmm.
So this is, the more intimidating window. So at the most basic is just ignore everything at the top, scroll down, pick the champs that you would pick, like in when you were setting up multi-battles of who
Sure.
do you want, which champs do you want to max level. Obviously, do sets of three so that it
One,
switches
two,
out,
three.
three stars altogether and then 3 4 stars or whatever.
Okay, let's do these. Actually, let's not do these. I think these are part of the Broadmaw fusion I'm trying to save. Let's pick something else. Let's do, well, we don't need Incubus, the most level champion in the game, probably. Let's get there we go. So we've
He
got
featured
6.
on my most used champs, which
Yeah,
because it was
he
like
did
we
one
just
year
had
for me
the
as well. He did.
yeah. We
Okay.
just had a couple of we'd had a couple of massive champ training events, and yeah, I always use him as food, so he's one of my top used. Yeah,
Nice, nice. Okay,
yeah.
so
So that's it. Pick your food.
mhm,
Usually at the top you can see it says selected champs. That's how many you've picked. So I would say,
6
sorry,
3
all
stars.
the way at the top. Yeah, it's 6. So
Hmm.
it's just make sure that it's a multiple of 3,
Hmm.
just for efficiency. And that's it. Hit play, and it will carry on as long as you've got, auto refill selected. Oh yeah, it might. Sorry, it's just behind you, but it might ask you who's your farmer. First time you hit play,
Ah, yes.
pick your farmer.
There
Yeah.
we go. He's the farmer. Excellent. All right.
There is
And
a setting in the settings which is like auto pick farmer, but once you've picked it once, you'll never have to do it
okay,
again.
so this is going to take these 6 and it's going to level them up to 30, I suppose, in this case.
It will take the champs that you've already got in,
Hmm.
and then anybody that you picked in this window.
Okay, so let's click play. Do its thing. I'll move this down. There we go. Oh, so I see when I thought I'd broken it, but it was because we did next to max. So I guess it took these guys until they went up like a level and then it stopped. Whereas with all to max, it would keep them going. I guess that's what it was. Something like that.
Yeah, I thought you stopped it. Sorry.
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, did you not? Oh, okay.
That's why I was confused. But yeah, no, I see here. So it's going. Great. It's selling the stuff. We're back in. Okay, there we go. All right. So we'll just chill here, and editor Nub will do a job. We'll come back when they hit level 30. We'll confirm it works.
So we can talk about some of the options up at the top there.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So I assume
So
this.
you picked your champs manually. You went through your roster and you picked them. But
Yes.
you could have had it pick them for you.
Okay.
And full transparency, like I've done my referrals for Cronum,
Yeah.
and that's how I did it. Is you can either just say run this infinitely, or you could say, okay, look, I can see that Nubs has got 63-star champs.
Mm-hmm.
If you click the use auto select and then put 60 in the next column,
It's gonna just pick all of them.
it will level up every 3-star champ on your account.
Oh, I might have. No, there we go. I was saying I
All-
might
all
have crashed
60
it.
of
No, we're
them.
good.
And then you need to click the auto select button just above that. Yeah, it doesn't look like a button.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
there you
Okay.
go.
Oh, there's a button. Oh, there. Well, this is why you're here. This is why I literally would not have known what to do. Okay, so at this point, it says auto select 3. So is
I
that?
don't know why it's gone back to 3.
Well,
I'm
probably
guessing
because I was
you're
running
running
stuff
it at the
already.
same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But-
you would pick 60 or pick, let's say you wanted to level half of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do 30.
30.
Mm-hmm.
Hit auto select. It'll just randomly pick 30 of your 3-star champs, and then you just click play again, and it'll max those out.
Nice. Okay. And then for the level limit, which is something I'd be very interested in. So this is like, I don't want to take them to max limit, right? This is what so it would level them up to 12 and stop at the 3 stars if
Yeah.
I tick this, right?
So, do you know what? I never used this feature until those champ training events for Alatreon, and I can't remember who the other one was for.
Right.
It was for the 5-star soul for someone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just brewed, and suddenly I was like, oh, I'm out of brews. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, this is run all my 3-star champs in campaign until they get to whatever level you pick.
Yeah.
And I think the defaults in here are based on 12.3, like how many runs in 12.3 is most efficient.
Mm-hmm.
You have to change it a little bit for Nightmare. I can't remember what they are, so apologies.
Yeah.
I think it was like 15 for Nightmare. You do one extra run and it gets them up a bit higher.
Yeah. No
So
worries.
yeah, it's the same thing. So you pick. Sorry, I can't read it because it's too small on my screen. You tick the level limit, use level limit, and then again, yeah, just pick how many 3-star champs you want to take up to the level limit, and then it'll run them up to that level.
So what we will do is let's just confirm it's going to swap in our stuff that I maybe
Yep.
I'm worried I might have broken it by changing the auto select while this was already running. We'll see. But let's see it swaps stuff over. Then we will cancel it out. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully now I haven't broken it and it will. Let's see if it's going to do it. Okay, so those.
You can tweak that up and down the delay there.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if you
and
want
look
it
at
to
that,
run
it's just
faster, your PC's faster.
yeah.
No
So
hands.
Oh yeah, no hands. I have incredibly dexterous feet, which I'm doing this. No, I'm not. Um, no, so that was it. So there you go. It swapped some stuff in. I actually chose some level 14 guys, which is cool. Guys that were already mostly leveled up. That's fine. I think we switched to auto select. So I'll click the stop button, and yeah,
Maybe
I'm
pick some
definitely
2-star champs to take up to level 7.
okay. Yeah, let's do that. So I go auto select. Let's say I'll use all 14. Use my 14 2-stars.
Yep.
Let's say use a level limit to 7. Okay. And do I just click play now?
Yeah, did you click auto select before?
Oh, I did, but it went off. There we go.
Oh, it went to your 3 stars.
Did it? So I've
Put in your 14 2-stars again, or maybe just put in 3 2-stars for now.
Oh, so I think what's happening is, yeah, if I put in the 14. Oh, when I put in the 14, oops, don't use faction guardian champs. It unselected the auto select button. Let's also say don't use vault champs. That's limit it down. That would help as well. Okay. So if I click
So now
auto select,
it says it's got 14 selected, so just hit play.
oh yeah, okay. Oh, so I guess if I can.
Sorry, yeah, I was getting confused because it went to 0, but I can see at the top it says 14 selected. So
Oh yeah. So I guess if I probably pull like more 2-stars drop while I'm farming, it might auto update it with this or something. Okay. So if I click play, Lee Champ is farmer. Yep. And let's see. Do I need to click start again? Here we go. Start.
Yep.
Oh, it's done this.
It will always run whatever's currently in, and then it will switch out.
Oh, okay.
So if you start it with like no one in there, and you only use like the multi-level and set food, you will do one run with no champs in there first.
Okay.
But it's always good to pick your first 3 and then pick your next.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, because we're using the level limit, it ran the thing, went up. They're over the level limit. Okay, swap them out, put in the 2-stars. That's amazing. Okay, so this should bring these guys up to level 7 and then switch them out for another 2-star, which is another set of 2-stars, which is great because this is something I might even tweak it at this point away from set. I might again customize the levels. I'll have to think about that. I know I've done videos on it before. Like, well, I like to, but I forget. I don't know if you ever do this. You ever look back on your own videos as a reference? It's totally something I do. I'm like, I can't remember how I built that team.
Not with champ training anymore, but yeah, I do. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but that was cool.
It's remembering how many, because I'm always like, I just brew it. Like,
right.
2 stars. I don't even do anything with 2 stars, but yeah.
Yeah.
3 stars, 1 brew, 2 brews. If you're flush, one brew if not.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, you can basically set this up to automate it and go, because that is something. I think this for me is probably the coolest feature. This is what I would want to use the most. Like, you can use multi battles in game at the moment. That fairly obviously it's limited by how many you have, but I can put in like my 3 stars and be like, okay, take them up to 30 and swap them out, and that works well. But because it is so efficient in champion training, I would say I wouldn't do it with 2 stars, or obviously the 1 stars, you just get them to max, and the 2 stars, I just feed them at level 1. But I'm trying now to do 3 stars, probably up to 15 or something. 4 stars, maybe even up to 21 or 14. You can choose your point and get that efficient XP. This lets you do, so you can't do it with the tools in game. Don't let you do it, but this lets you do it. I think that's sick, and there's no limitation on the multi battles.
Like this is the only way that my free-to-play account does any champ training, because like you just don't have access to the multi battles, and like I wouldn't be able to run 2 accounts without RSL Helper.
Yeah. All right. Are there any other features that we want to talk about here? I'm guessing we should probably touch on. So it's auto selling based off my sell file, and you're doing a video on that soon. People can watch mine. I guess the other question would be, I've got like a ton of energy right now. We need to put stuff in order to spend, obviously, to keep our energy flowing. Should we touch on that as well?
Yeah. So your options there are keep auto refilling until it does whatever you've told it to do.
Okay.
So whether that's hitting a certain amount of points in a tournament, or whether that's leveling a certain amount of champs. Like I always set auto refill running, and I'll set it to like go and complete my finite tournament, come back, and it's used like 500 gems. Right. And I'm like,
yeah. It'll just do it.
Yep.
It will do what you told it.
and it will tell you just above there how many refills it used. So you come back and you go, and it
Oh
says I
yeah,
used 10 refills, and you go, oh yeah, I forgot I didn't have any energy. Like
I see.
all my gems are gone now. So you can, with the button next to that, set a maximum number of refills. So you can say
Okay.
auto refill, but only up to 5, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
however
yeah,
many you're
yeah. Don't
comfortable
spend all
with.
my gems, just that much.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
You can also do like again, not really for champ training, but above that is you can do things like run infinitely. So like if it was personal reward CVC and you've got a stockpile of energy, you could just tick run infinitely, hit go, and it'll just churn through the energy that you've got. And when more energy trickles in, then it'll run it again.
Oh, right.
It'll
Okay,
just sit there
cool.
and keep running it forever until you hit stop.
Interesting. And run effective resort. I had that ticked before because I was like, that sounds sensible. What does that actually do? It's just the energy I
Oh,
actually have.
that's actually, yeah, exactly. It's the same,
Okay.
but it doesn't sort of sit there and wait for that trickle.
Okay.
So like run effective resources is like, I can see you've got 1,000 energy. You would
Yeah.
just hit run effective resources and it'll just burn that 1,000 energy in Sand Devil or whatever you wanted to throw it into.
All right, cool. Well, there we go. I think that covers the main stuff. Again, for installing RSL Helper, I'm running it on my PC. And thanks to Farbstoff for developing it. I timed my first video on it really badly because then we had a big patch, and it takes him a couple of days, obviously, to update this because he's just like an independent guy working, right, alone on it. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if he works alone on it. I shouldn't say that. Maybe he's got people assisting. I should be shouting out. I have no idea. Farbstoff is the main guy anyway.
Yeah.
But
It always takes a few days. It always goes
Yeah.
down whenever there's a patch or a new fusion. It's guaranteed to be down for a couple of days.
Yeah,
At that
so
point. And he usually tries to like put his big features into that downtime so that there's not sort of downtime in between.
gotcha. Yeah. Like I do see, I don't know if you've used this, stop when the current mission is completed. Is that a new thing to do the mission? Or maybe it's not new.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you know what? I've never used it actually. It came in
Okay.
since I did do a full guide like breakdown on RSL Helper, like installing and all the features except for shard mercy tracking because I've never used that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah. I was just gonna
Go
say
on, sorry.
there are the tons of features. Like you said, you've got a video breaking them all down. For this one, I say I'm a big noob. This is crazy. Let's just focus it in on the one thing, which I think we've done well.
It is worth us going and checking your settings to
Okay.
have you not have to pick your farmer every time though.
Okay, so settings button here.
Yeah, sorry, because that's really small on my
It's very
screen.
small.
There
Yeah,
should
I think if
be
I full screen it, it just makes it bigger, but it doesn't actually help us here.
there should be an auto select farmer.
Auto select farmer. Okay, so general, solid buttons, use single farmer, multi-level.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Right, so that should.
I think if you hover over it, it does give you a slightly more descriptive description, but it just means you won't have to
use
pick it.
only single farmer for the multi-level XP feature. Okay, I see. I like this as well. Max lose fights in a row, so it won't just like if you took gear off somebody by accident and it's gonna just infinitely run like all of your resources to try finish a tournament. It'll be like, okay, no, you lost 4 Fire Knights in a row. Okay, let's stop that. Okay.
And also that being filled in as standard is like
yeah, I appreciate
so,
that.
and you can do things like up at the top there is like the auto clicker options. You can tweak those up and down for how quickly you want it to do things depending on your PC.
Okay.
Like the auto forge is an excellent feature, but I would avoid tweaking those numbers down too much because it will crash.
Okay, gotcha.
So like here, you're fine. Like it's just like how long do you want me to wait in between battles? How long do you want me to wait before I sell stuff? In case you want the option to like intervene. You wouldn't in campaign farming, but you might in finite if you were sat watching it and you go, oh no, I did want to keep that piece. Don't sell it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. For me, I'll leave all that stuff on default, and I presume the default settings like they work well enough.
Yeah, they're pretty generous if I'm honest. So I've definitely got mine tweaked down. I've definitely like on forging, I've definitely had to tweak it up to make it go slower but more consistently.
That's I'm fine with them running these in another level.
To do now. You got a load of champ training to do now.
I do, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, the final thing I wanted to ask you then, because we were talking about it before, Obviously, I'm running this on my PC, and you can download it there. You've been running it on your phone, but you were saying your phone then broke.
Oh,
Is that because of
yeah.
it, or is it
Oh no, so
recommended?
no, that wasn't RSL Helper.
Okay.
Like I have an Asus ROG gaming phone,
Mm-hmm.
which comes with like Asus's own software that lets you run games in the background without them pausing. So like that's how I run like Raid on my phone most of the time. Is it's just running in the background on my phone. I don't need the phone turned on. I don't need the phone turned on. I don't need the screen turned on. I can just be using my phone as normal, and it's running 50 finite runs. But no, not RSL Helper. I have tried to install it on my Steam Deck, but not with success yet. So I am still tempted to go back and do that again.
Okay. Okay. So, but you can you can make it work on the phone, and other things as well if you want. But yeah, that's sick. There we go. It's farming up my dudes. They're going. My 3-star guys. It's working on them. I'm making my PC work hard at the moment as well. Like streaming to you, recording this at the
Yeah,
same time, running this. It's a lot. So yeah, look. Lil, thank you for jumping on and walking me through how to automate my champion training with RSL Helper and make it well, a lot more efficient. You've saved me a lot of time, which is amazing. Do you anything you want to say before we want to go?
no, it's great to be here, man. I look forward to seeing you hosting the community awards soon.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, so thanks for having me. Yeah, I mean, like RSL Helper just makes such a massive difference to just being. It just takes too long to play raid, like
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, like a tool like RSL Helper just makes it way more manageable.
awesome. All right, there we go. I think we've actually got all my 3 stars up to level 12 now at this point, which is lovely. I can now go on a feeding spree. Right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Thanks.